We are gonna talk about my dad's military, also my Uncle Robert. They're gonna be talking about some stuff about the military, but they can't go into detail that much because it's private information.
I was stationed, I did my basic training at Fort Sill, Oklahoma. I did my basic where I was stationed at Fort Polk, Louisiana. I did my AIT at Fort Sill, Oklahoma. All right. These are a winter type BDU pants. What did I do in the military? I can give you a brief description what I did. I can't go into details. My classification was a 13 Romeo, which was a radar operator. Basically, I sat in a sheltered area and did my job. I can't go into detail because it's top secret information. I can't talk about it. But part of my job was taking care of generators and hooking up generators and keeping the generators fueled and just mostly standing guard. I can't go into detail in what my job is because it's top secret information. Operation Just Cause. My rank was an E4 specialist. My division was out of Fort Polk, Louisiana, which is a Black Diamond. And I got the 4 ribbons I have. The bottom one on the bottom is the most important, which is the Expeditionary Medal. When I joined the military, I did a 6-month delay program. At the time I joined, I was about 20 years old and a few months. But when I physically went into the military, I had turned 21. So I was considered an adult when I went into the military. I was an old man because the average age of a United States soldier was 18 and I was 21. These are summer type BDU pants. The reason why I listed into the military at that time and point when I graduated high school and I was looking for jobs out there and the jobs were not there. And so the military became my other option for getting employment. And it was kind of interesting at the time. The reason why I joined the military, at that time and point when I graduated high school, it was probably about midsummer when I joined into the military. It was a 6-month delayed entry program. There was not a lot of work, and so I figured that was my latter options. So I joined the military for employment for work. Plus, it sounded interesting. So,
If you want to work in the military, you're gonna have to do a lot of serious stuff. You can't just fool around, because that's a really bad idea, because you could get hurt or even killed. It's up to you going to join the military force. I mean, it could get you some job opportunities once you're done, but it's a lot of hard work.
When I left for the military was 7 days after I graduated at the age of 17. It was an eye-opening experience. Growing up in the Detroit area and then going to Western Texas for basic training, where the average temperature during the day was 112 degrees. Training started at 3 a.m., so we would beat the heat for the day. And I thought I had pushed myself with high school sports, but when I got to basic training, all that flew out the window and I had new goals set every day. Okay, my personal expectations on whether or not I did good in the military was facing every new challenge that came at me. My original MOS was Manned Portable Air Defense Systems. So we originally had to learn pretty much every country's colors and insignia that went on their aircraft, whether it was rotary wing, jet, fixed wing, or VTOL aircraft. We had to know all the countries' signatures and colors. So roughly there was 157 different countries that we had to memorize their markings on different moving jets and aircraft to make sure that we were making good judgment calls. Okay, we stumbled through a couple of questions prior to that, and the one that we wanted to find out is because I enlisted very early in 1984, and I was sent overseas to Germany, which at that time was before the Berlin Wall came down. The DMZ, demilitarized zone between East and West Germany, was still active. That was the extensive stretch between East and West, communist and free Germany. At that time, there was still an active group of Nazis left over from World War II. We would go into small towns on recreational trips, and we would encounter them in the bars. And we were fortunate enough to have a couple of our guys in our unit that spoke fluent German, so they could hear what these guys are. And they would stand up on a table in the middle of a restaurant or a bar and call these Nazis out to remind them that we had kicked their ass during World War II, and we could do it at any time, any place, ever again.